The dangers of parts. A family bought the puzzle for their cute little boy one day. Now the boy was so excited that he took hours and hours trying to put all the puzzles together. Everyone in the house was happy because they could focus on some responsibilities since the boy was caught up in this puzzle. On the other hand, the boy wouldn't give up putting the puzzle together even though it was clear that he was somehow beginning to lose heart. He kept on making mistakes and rectify them as he referred to the picture next to him. As the young man was playing with his puzzles, everyone in the family was so excited to see that this boy is beginning to learn to solve problems all by himself. The boy was so determined that he would refuse even help from anyone, and he kept on saying, "I can do this. I want to make you proud of me." He was so committed and so focused that he believed in himself that he can do this. The mother was beginning to be worried now because it was now over 5 hours and the boy had not even had anything to eat. After hours and hours of struggling with putting the picture together, as he was about to finish putting everything together, the boy noticed that there was actually one puzzle missing. But this wouldn't stop the boy from working very smart in putting the picture together. Finally, the boy stood up with much excitement, jumping around, dancing and shouting, "Everyone, I did it. I got it right. Look, I made it." To the boy's surprise, everyone in the family kept saying, "But there is one piece missing." The boy was frustrated and marveled to see that even after such hard work, dedication and struggle, all they could see was what was missing. The boy replied, "Forget about what is missing. What is missing is not everything." Sometimes in life, people choose to ignore all the good that people do and focus on what is missing. I mean, those parts in life. You can be a good husband, a good father, a good brother, a good friend, a good speaker, and a good preacher, a good employer and a good employee, but there will always be a bad. People will always find the bad in every good character, in every good work, and in everything we do. Even if you may be good at something, people will always remember you by what is missing, the bad. Caster Semenya is a great athlete, but R. Kelly is a great musician, but Stembitso Zondo is a great motivational speaker, but Stephen Zondo is a great preacher, but Donald Trump was a great president, but even the greatest among us will always have a part. Your part in life will overshadow all your hard work, all your efforts, and all your good works. Sometimes you do things to try to prove that you can and willing to and want to, but one slight mistake, it all goes back to where it all started, the part. The Bible tells us of a man who had an encounter with Jesus, and the Bible introduces the man to us in a way we'll never get to forget. The Bible says Jesus met a man who was born blind. Unfortunately, all we remember this man for is his blindness. What we forget is that before his blindness, there was a man born blind. Why can't people see a man before they see a blindness? Or why can't people see a man before they see what is missing in that man, that part? We come from a society of perfect people, a society of people who expect no one to fall short, a society that judges you by your flaws and not how well you try and how well you do, a society that expects no shortfalls from a person. It is those people in church that will be happy to see you fall. It is that neighborhood that will throw a party when they hear about your flaws. It is a society of ondabagailali zilala kubanikazi bazo. Before you see my poverty, my unemployment, my disability, an alcoholic, a gay, a lesbian, a sex worker, a criminal, an abuser, an angry somebody, a bitter somebody, a fool, oderdom, sexual weakness, a cheater, or even a rapist, can't we first see a man? I believe behind every failing and disappointing person, there is still a man. Sometimes people we judge, people we are angry with, people that annoy us, people that have badly hurt us, may also be struggling with the same thing they may be hurting you with. Maybe they are also in the dilemma to change. Sometimes they are afraid to admit to you that I'm also struggling with it myself. If we can learn to see the bad in our loved ones, and instead of judging, fighting and hating them, be welcoming and open enough to help them admit that they are weak and failing. They may never overcome overcome their demons or their weakness or their shortfalls until we make it easy on them. We lose nothing by being the eldest in a situation. How many men and women we have lost because of their parts? How many children are living in the street because of their parts? How many church folks we have lost because of the parts? How many more important people do we want to lose over the small parts? Every man is a product of something that made them. Sometimes it is not even their fault. They sometimes also do not like it either. Let's learn to know and understand and help heal the parts in your son and your daughter, or your sister and your brother, or your mother or your father, your partner or your friend, your colleague or your neighbor, your senior or your inferior, and the list is endless. Can't we accept that people are not perfect? Can't we learn that it is our imperfections that makes us perfect? Can't we just learn to keep a room for being disappointed by the ones we say we love? To all the victims of a perfect society syndrome, I've got news for you. Sometimes it is best to also learn to be the ones holding the remote to your emotions. You should not always allow people to control how you feel about yourself. Know yourself, know your struggle, know your weakness. Your butt might be too loud and so public, but it doesn't mean you are the worst of them all. Everyone has their parts. Others' parts may seem bigger and louder than others, but it doesn't change the fact that we all have our parts. Fight your own battle, learn to overcome your parts, and realize how it negatively affects you in society, and learn to turn your part into something you can use to help others overcome their parts as well. Learn to be in control. Whether people support you or not, welcome you or not, make fun of you or not, take charge. Tell yourself that you are bigger than your flaws and your failures. You are bigger than your weaknesses. Just make a decision today to be better than yesterday. I wish you all the best. God bless you.